Ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Living Blessed, the podcast. I'm your host, Joevan J. Palmer. And of course, you know, every guest is special. Got a good brother by the name of Bernie, who I met you, a couple weeks ago?
A couple of weeks ago.
We just started chopping it up, and he started telling me a story. It was actually the first podcast.
Yes.
Bon dude, I lied. You're the second. Bernie was the first because we started his last week after the boot camp.
Yeah, it was a couple of weeks ago.
And the camera cut off on us.
Oh.
We was like 50, I think about 40 minutes deep into it. And the story was getting good too.
Yeah.
The story was getting good, and
camera's working today, right?
yes, for sure. It's rolling right now. It's on record.
Okay.
I got everything next to me.
Okay,
I got
good.
3 angles, and a 4th joint as a backup.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, the story was amazing, man. We got into it. So actually, you'll be number 2. Number 2. And all right, bro, man, take care. It was just an amazing story, man. To hear from triumph, from trauma to triumph, man. So you just overcoming, man. This was amazing. To where you are now,
yeah,
you shift my perspective.
It's been a journey
Within a matter of hours. So I think, man, if you're doing that for other people, if you did that for me in a matter of hours, I just can imagine what you can do for other people, man. So go ahead and let's get into it. Introduce yourself.
So first off, thank you.
Thank you.
As always, thank you for even having me. Like he said, I'm the first one back.
Back.
We met each other at a content boot camp, and it was just, you know how you feel the energy of somebody, man. That's what we got when we met each other. And really, the way Joevan interviews is literally a conversation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to thank you for allowing me to share this. And not only is this the first for you, this is actually the first time that I'm ever telling my story.
Really?
To the world. Like,
y'all in for a treat. So seriously, sit down, man, because it's about to get good.
This is the first time. So yeah, my name is Bernie Goode. I am the CEO of Be Good Financials. We basically take people's lives and transform them. Anything to do with credit. We are basically your funding team, your credit repair team, your credit building team. Anything to do with credit, we are teaching our people how to basically go from the bottom to the top where they're like the masters of the game. By the time you get done with me, you'll be able to teach your whole family how to get and leverage credit.
Speaking of credit, I got your card. So this is like the dopest card, man. I keep it in the plastic because I don't want to get no fingerprints on it. So I'm going to take it out right here. So this is Bernie's card. I'm going to zoom in real quick so I can see this joint. Like, this is his card, his business card.
Yes, sir.
And when he gave it to me, you said that you wanted it to be everyone's first gold card.
100%. So that's the idea of it. It's a gold business card, but it's actually a heavy metal card, right? And the idea is to give the people their first fill of a metal credit card with the hopes to get them more, right? So, it's like a psychological thing. Once you touch it, once you feel it, you believe that you could get more of it. And that's the idea behind my business card. Every time I hand that card out there.
This card, it sits on my desk, right? So my computer, I have it like sitting right here on my desk. Just like I've been working on my credit over the years. I've gotten to a place where it's looking good, and the gold card is next. I've got my first Amex and stuff like that. So it's like what you're doing, man, for the community and for the culture is definitely dope, man. And it's like to give that psychological change, which a lot of people need, because coming from Black communities, we're not taught credit, we're not taught finances. We're just taught to pretty much just either save it and hold it, or we're just taught to just go and spend it.
Let me give you a quick story, right?
Yeah.
I gave someone at the car wash that card, right? And like they were literally washing my car and everything like that, right? So I'm not stingy with the car. It's not like for a businessman or somebody that I'm trying to impress. If I could change your life, I'm gonna change your life. So I gave him the card. And he hit me up a week later, and literally within 2 months, he quit his job. And homeboy is a beast now. When I say he's a beast, he started his own t-shirt line.
Word.
I told him how to add some. His credit wasn't messed up. It was just that he didn't know what to do with the credit.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
So I told him how to get some funding. He went and started his own car wash service, own merch and everything. And now homeboy is a beast. Like, he's a beast. And I'm like, yo, he hit me.
You said 2 months or 2 weeks?
2 months, bro.
2 months.
Because what we did was we built them up. We added some trade lines onto him. And we showed him which primary accounts to add onto him to match with the trade, the authorized user trade lines.
Okay.
And then we went in for funding for him. Showed him how to basically stop going in one at a time for credit cards.
Right.
And, we taught him the game, pretty much gave him the sauce. And, he was able to get $30,000 in credit cards. And we told him, listen, this is not for you to be a consumer. This is for you to absolutely start off by investing in your company, into your brand, into your idea. And then what you want to do is eventually, once you get the LLC, because he was impatient. If you know me, my thing is geared towards lazy and impatient people, right? So he was impatient. So I told him the real way is to go about it is to get your LLC, get your Duns and Bradstreet number, build your business credit up, and then go on for funding under the business. Right. He was impatient, so I'm like, all right, let's do the personal, because that's the faster way. And then what we'll do is after you get funding and you kind of like learn the ropes with your personal, we'll take everything and kind of like transition it into
that makes sense.
But, it changed his life, bro, with a business card. Because he was so impressed. He was like, yo, I gotta call you, man. For sure. Like he was sweating. Watching the car.
I mean, I gotta get by this ASAP. I feel it.
It was real, bro. It was real.
So credit has always been your thing, though, right?
No.
Because you come from where?
I come from Queensbridge Projects, New York City.
That's just not a thing on Power.
No, this is real.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, Queensbridge is one of the largest, if not the largest, projects in America. 6 blocks, 96 buildings.
96 buildings.
96 buildings. 6 blocks, and it's rough. You know what I mean? It's a rough neighborhood, especially in the time when I grew up. It was real rough. Yeah. Police didn't want to come in.
Dang.
Yeah.
See, y'all just pretty much doing what y'all want to do.
Pretty much. It was the Wild Wild West, the jungle.
Of the North.
And the funny thing is, when I grew up, like by the time I got to a certain age, it was calming down from the 90s, and you know what I mean? Like, it was a war zone.
Wow.
Gunshots, broad daylight. Yeah. Kids get a routine. Got to duck under the bed. If you playing outside, duck under the under the sliding board. Yeah, it's a routine.
Really?
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up in that era? Gunshots, drugs, like you name it, it's going on in Queensbridge, right?
Yeah, 100%. Everything. You get exposed to a lot early, so it makes you grow up fast. You know what I mean? You have a different perspective by the time you're 12 years old.
Right.
You almost grown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, not for nothing, you're watching. The norm is watching our people disrespect our people, right? So by the time you're 12 years old, you think that you can disrespect an adult as long as they're a crackhead. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you look down on them. So, you're 12 years old, you tell a crackhead, go to the store. You're talking about a 40-year-old man, 50-year-old man.
They doing
That's
it?
just,
no.
Bro, they doing it. You crazy? Break them off for $1, $2?
They at the store, grab whatever you say.
To the store.
That's crazy.
100%. 100%, bro.
So as a 12-year-old kid, you're feeling yourself.
Yo, bro, you are grown.
Yeah.
You're grown at 12. When you I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I got a little homie, right? CJ. Shout out to CJ. CJ has been grown since he was like 9. I'm talking about little boy got the icy cart. He's on every block. Most 9-year-olds not supposed to cross the street by themselves.
Right.
This is the largest project in the world. He's on every block.
Doing what?
Selling ices. Getting his hustle on.
At 9 years old.
100%.
The little joints in the styrofoam cup.
Yes. Yes.
Dang.
Getting his hustle on.
Wow.
Whether it was candy, he was learning how to hustle early.
Wow.
And for a lot of us, our situations are a little, harsh where we gotta learn early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So shout out to CJ, man. Because now CJ, he's lit.
Gotta be.
He's
9 years old. Entrepreneur since 9 years old?
Yeah, I think CJ's probably like, I'm 36. He's probably like 27, 26. And he lit.
Wow.
Young boy is lit.
That's what's up.
Right.
I ain't mad at it.
Right.
So, you're growing up in Queensbridge. There's a lot going on. The guns, the drugs. What was life like growing up? What was life like, for Bernie growing up?
So for me, I come from mostly a single parent household.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised by my mother and 2 older sisters.
Okay.
Who was rough.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about like rough. They understood that you had to be tough in our environment.
Yeah.
So they were not gonna let me be a punk. 100%. They were rough on me.
Dang.
Yeah, my sister taught me how to fight. 100%. Yep.
Dang.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm talking about like real blows. Like, let's get to it.
Oh, so you and your sister's fighting.
Yeah.
So they can teach you how to fight.
Teach me how to fight. 100%. My oldest sister used to pin me down to the floor.
And you had to find a way to get up.
And yeah, smack. I'm talking about like, no, just smack my face till it's red. And I had to,
Okay, I'd be pissed.
Bro, but they put that anger in me because they had to let me know that when you go outside, it's gonna be way worse than this.
Yeah,
it's gonna be way worse than this. So if you can't take a punch, you can't take a hit. You know what I mean? Like you lost out here.
Yeah.
So for me, growing up, I was loved. I don't want it to sound like it was all harsh. But I was loved. I was spoiled by my mom, by my sisters, and we just understood things very early. So like I was telling you last time, my mom, she was very stern. Like she was very like no nonsense type of person, right? So we used to get into our apartment, you got to go up the stairs in the project building, and there will be drug dealers, all throughout the building. They're selling drugs, they smoking weed, they're drinking, they're doing whatever they want to do. Because like I told you, it was the jungle, right?
Yeah.
My mom would shut shit down.
Really?
Like, shut it down. Hey, listen, when I come home around 5, 6 o'clock, I bet not see y'all in this hallway. And she talking to
the hallway of the house.
No, the hallway of the building. She talking to the gangsters.
Really?
Yeah, y'all bet
not. OG.
Yeah, OG. Everybody respect Miss Kathy. 100%. Like, I can't make it up. Y'all better not be in this building.
So they know at 5, between 5 and 6,
y'all better not be
cleared out.
100%. Because we used to come home. We used to have to. Yeah, we used to come home. We used to have to walk past crackheads.
Yeah.
We used to have to walk through the weed smoke. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not a good environment for kids to be walking through. So my mom didn't play that. She was like, listen, y'all respect me. And later on, we come to find out we talking to killers. Like killers in the neighborhood. 100%.
Wow.
But they respect Miss Kathy though.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So I'm from a tough household, but it was, I don't take anything. I wouldn't take anything away because it gave me the character. It gave me the strength.
Yeah.
Like who I am right now is a lot of that inside of me.
Yeah.
But it also can mess you up.
Definitely. So what ways do you feel like it messed you up though?
What you adapt to, what you think is normal, isn't normal outside of this place. Right? So if you grow up in the zoo and then you let a lion out of the zoo, they don't know what to do. Like when you're walking around and you think that like everything is hunt, kill or be killed.
Yeah.
That's not the case with when you're outside of that environment. You understand what I'm saying? So it takes a lot of adjustment, and that stuff stays with you. Depending on how deep into the jungle you were, that stuff stays with you for life. Right. It's not a game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now you walk around with a chip on your shoulder. Going on, Dick?
No chance.
You walk around with a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You think everybody's coming at you. Everybody's trying to come for your character because that was what you were taught to make sure that you see.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody try to play you. Nobody should be insulting you. If they are, that means that you're soft.
Yeah.
So you have to walk around with this thing, like this bravado about you. And when you step out of that environment, it's not really good because everybody's not trying to play you. Some people just have a different way of, joking. Banter is different.
So it was a big adjustment for you as far as like, knowing who's joking, who's just like, just coming from a different angle versus like who's actually really serious in the whole point. So understanding that, how was the adjustment for you to actually like take down that guard and say, okay, this person is definitely, they're not about the life I'm used to?
So my mom moved us outside of the projects, outside of Queensbridge, and we moved to the state of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania was a lot slower. It was a lot more soft. It was a good neighborhood. Like where I was living in the Poconos.
Right.
Different feel. So I went to high school in Pennsylvania, and I had to learn if I wanted to play sports.
Right.
I had to learn how to get along with others.
Right. It's true.
You know what I mean? Things that people, as a kid, these are things that you you learn in kindergarten.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? You learn that in first grade, how to share, how to get along with others, how to not be a bully, all of those things. So I'm learning this in high school. Like, everybody that's joking with you is not coming at you.
Right.
You know what I mean? But being around people who were adjusted already to being in that environment, you know, I kind of learned fast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I like basketball, so I understood that, you know, there's a lot of camaraderie in this sport and, you know, just a lot of, different characters, you know what I mean, that I had to get used to. So I think Pennsylvania helped me out a lot.
Gotcha. So let's talk about the life in Pennsylvania versus the life in New York. Like, what was it like for you to say, okay, I'm in Pennsylvania, different environment. I can finally like breathe without having to walk and look over my shoulders. Like, let's talk about Pennsylvania for a little bit.
So Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania for me was when I got to see another side of me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's not you probably didn't know existed.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So at first, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was cool for me to come with my New York swag, my New York energy.
Right. Because everywhere you go, everybody loves New York.
Everybody loves New York, man. Like, you know, the females, they was loving me. You know, I just thought I was cool.
Right.
So, you know, in the beginning, I was kind of like running with that thing. You know, like, I'm tough.
Yeah.
And it's almost like the bad boy image, you know?
Right.
But not for nothing. It's all in your mind. You know, when you have that energy, you're going to attract that energy. So you're going to get other people that may be from Jersey or maybe from Philadelphia that feel like they can match it.
Who this cat think he is?
Yeah, who you think you are, you know? So I found out fast that wasn't the way, or that wasn't what I was there for. You know what I mean? So Pennsylvania, for me, it really shaped me to understand that wherever you go, you carry your mind with you. That's number one, right? And if you have that type of energy, that energy is going to find you. But here's the other side to it. If you reverse that and you just kind of like chill out, you know, let your guard down, just be normal, you'll attract that energy too. You know what I'm saying? So I met a lot of people in high school, became very popular. Like, I had a lot of love. You know what I mean? Okay. So that was something that I got to see. That was a little different from where I was from. Yeah. You know, you get love in Queensbridge, but it's conditional love. It's like, what can I do for you? You know, what can you do for me? That's why I love you. Right. You know what I mean? Or if you could fight, I'm gonna stick next to you, you know, just in case.
So outside of outside of the home set, that's when your first time experiencing like just true genuine love in 100%. Philadelphia. I mean,
in Pennsylvania, in the Poconos. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow. That's a big feeling.
It's a big
feeling because like a lot of people, like I said, you said the love is conditional, so it means it's a give and take relationship. You know, you give this, I'll give you that, or I'll take this from you. Versus being in Pennsylvania, it's like, you know, oh, y'all just genuinely just love me for just me. Just for being Bernie.
Just me. Like, y'all really
that's gotta be an amazing feeling. Like,
it's no better feeling.
Yeah.
To, you know, and then it's like, it's kids, you know, like, you're kids, right? So kids show the most genuine love. Right. You know what I mean? Although we're teenagers, I still say it's kids because you haven't seen anything yet. Right. You know what I mean? Like, versus me, I've seen a lot by the time I moved to Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? I've seen murders, stuff like that, like, in front of me, you know, by the time I moved to Pennsylvania. So now, when you move there, you're amongst innocent kids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, innocent.
So that same energy, it can't travel with you.
It can't travel with you. But not only that, but they're being genuine.
Yeah.
Like, they really rock with you. Like, all right, just cool. I like this dude, man.
Cool, you know? Peoples, man.
And I think I was hard to like.
Really?
Yeah.
I've gotten that too, though.
I was an asshole.
I've gotten that too. When I first moved to the South, my friends said they hated me.
Yeah, bro.
And I didn't understand it because for me, it was just, why y'all being so nice? 2, why y'all being so loud? 3, it ain't nothing to be that happy about. So I understand you. I connect with you that all the way. I connect with you on that 100%. Joint. So for you, how was it for you? Because to this day, they're like my best of friends. Okay. I can call any of them right now. I need $1, $2, whatever. They got me. But what was it like for you? Like, you know, that's changed.
So some people resonated with me. Some people, you know, kind of like attached. You know, we got attached to each other. Yeah. And others probably still don't like me. Like, no lie, man. Like, probably still don't like me because I had a confidence that was I was mature for my age.
Yeah, as you have to be.
You know what I'm saying? I was not only what I saw around me, I had that instilled in me.
Yeah.
You know, from my mom.
Right,
you know what I mean? And my sisters. I had confidence. And a lot of people, when you're teenagers, a lot of people don't have that confidence. Like
you try to figure yourself out.
Gives you a different type of swag.
Yeah.
So you trying to figure yourself out. Mind you, I know who I am.
You already know that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know who I am and I know who you're not.
Right.
And I know who you're trying to be.
You see it all. You see every
old.
angle. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even, adults, kids your age.
100%.
You see it.
100%. And for some reason, I had, like, my mom always said that I had something called it, right? So it coming out, finding out later what it is just, I'm very charismatic.
Okay,
right?
okay.
So a lot of my friends used to follow me. No matter what it was I was doing, they were following me.
Yeah.
They would come to my window, call me out the window, like, time to go to school. You can't leave without Burn. All right, Burn into basketball. We're going to play basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I didn't know what that was. And I've had it, I'm talking about since, like, kindergarten. Yeah, 100%. Like, my teachers used to say, man, Bernie, it's something about him. All the kids be following him around. And I don't know, I'm just being me, right? So those are all things that later on you find out maybe God-given.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I went to Pennsylvania with this already, knowing who I was.
Right.
So now if you're the person that's like, you're a rebel.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're like,
You go
I'm
on
not
Instagram.
following this
About
dude.
that. Yeah, who do you
like,
think
what's
he is?
the hype about?
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, who's this dude? You think he is? The girls is liking him, guys is following him. He could rap, he played basketball. And it's for me, it's a lot to be proud of.
For sure.
But for them, it's a lot like you bragging.
Yeah, you bragging. Like, I'm already envious of you.
I'm trying to figure it out, and you seem like you got it.
Right. I ain't got it, so I'm about to hate on you all day.
And I'm not even gonna front. Like, I would be wrong if I sat here and I said that everybody's just hating.
Right. For sure.
I was an asshole. Like, I knew who I was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Kanye in high school.
I couldn't imagine.
And I'm a Gemini.
I'm not too much into I don't understand all the signs and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's cool how they just randomly just match up with who we are.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So you kind of get to learn people's personalities and stuff like that. But I can imagine going to high school, I probably would have hated you too. Like, who's this cat think he is? Just walking, all this swag, whatever it may be. Like, I get it. 100%. I absolutely get it, because when you're not 100% with yourself, you look at the people who are 100% with themselves, and you hate the fact that you can't be what they are.
It's almost like it gives you an instant feeling of, just being inferior.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's put it like this: when all of us could feel ourselves, right?
Yeah.
All of us. I'm talking about, like, we could be the most confident people in the world. Let Jay-Z walking around.
Different atmosphere.
It's
all changing.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it all changes. Jay-Z walking here right now.
We gonna feel a
little small. Bro, we can't front. You know what I'm saying?
Like, we just know who he is. We know it's just like we don't personally know him. We see him from afar, but we know his stature. We know who his wife is. We know what his pockets look like, and
100%.
kind of.
100%.
So it's like dang, like, this is Jay.
And then here's the other part, right? So sometimes you give yourself the persona, right?
Yeah.
You give yourself, like, Jay told us for years that his name was Hove.
Facts.
Changed his name. His name is Hove, right?
And we all Hove. Yeah.
Jehovah, right? We all adapted to that. Subliminally, in our mind, we start calling this man Hove.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? On a different level. Like, this is different. So now, for me, going back to me, like in high school, if you speak about yourself in high regards, like,
people do the same
that's
thing.
What people going to do.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you're teaching them how to speak about you. You know what I mean? So now you can either hate it, or you could get attracted to it like a moth to a flame.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And the girls,
they love it.
They love it.
They love it.
Who is this dude? He's
I got to know who he is.
That may be your lady.
That's dope.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately. It's just real. But, you know what I mean? But let's put it like this. In high school, that's who I was. And I had to learn the hard way. How to humble yourself. You know what I mean? Because it's one thing for you to feel yourself and know who you are, but it's another thing when you make others feel less. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was pretty much high school for me.
So after high school, So what did you do outside of like, just being you? What were you doing during high school?
I was playing basketball, rapping.
Okay.
Yep, I was rapping and playing basketball. Rapping.
You nice?
What, in basketball?
Yeah. Actually, both.
All right, so I'm just see now you're gonna make me go back to high school.
As we should.
Now I sound like an asshole to the people. Like, oh, this guy just talk about himself all day.
I mean, we're here to hear about you,
right.
man. It's not about me. It's not about them. It's about you right now.
So let's put it like this: in my high school, there were only 2 people that got invited to like top 100 camp, right? And
for basketball.
For basketball.
Okay. What's top 100 camp?
Top 100 camp is where you take the best 100 kids in your region. And you put them all in a like a
as a region as far as like states, different states.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
So you was really nice then.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Wow.
So we went to top 100 camp in Boston, and it was only me and another player from my school. His name was Dennis Moore. Shout out to Dennis. But yeah, we got invited to top 100 camp. We was nice, bro.
That's dope.
Yeah, we was pretty good. And then rapping, I got signed when I was 18.
Really?
Yeah.
To who?
I got signed. It was an independent label, but
okay.
I got signed. So I think I was nice.
Yeah, to be got
signed.
signed.
Like I think I was.
Not a lot of people who call themselves rappers nowadays can say I got signed.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Like we put time into the craft. We come from that era where you really had to rap.
Yeah. So let's talk about that, man. Because there's probably some artists out here who are watching the podcast right now who are saying, like, I'm doing it, I'm rapping, but outside of the rapping as an independent artist, there's more behind it, right?
100%.
So as far as like, back in the day, because I know I've seen it, what it looks like, it looks a little different. What was it like for you as far as like being a rapper? Like, you say you was putting in the work. Like, what was that work like?
All right. So let's back up, right? Let's back up to high school where it all kind of like started. So in high school, I used to rap. Before I moved to Pennsylvania, I used to rap, and I used to, just play around with it in the house, know. And my sister, she was like one of my biggest like fans, like cheerleaders, like, yo, you could do this. So, once we got to Pennsylvania, first of all, like I said, I'm coming with the New York swag. I'm coming with something different. Yeah. And I'm rapping.
Right.
Something that, white kids, they don't have a clue.
At all.
Like, how the hell is he doing this right now? You know what I mean? Like what is happening? First of all, we barely trying to keep up with the rhythm. Yeah. And this dude is rapping to a beat. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Freestyle,
He's killing it.
So I'm on the basketball team, and what we used to do is we used to like bang on the lockers.
Right.
Beat, right? So I would be rapping over the beats, and everybody's like hype. Like I'm talking about like hype. Mind you, if you're from Queensbridge is where Nas and Mobb Deep, Roxanne, Shantae,
all the lyricists.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's normal for you to rap.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like everybody
we do. Yeah.
Everybody raps.
Right.
So this is normal, but now I'm in a different environment where I'm the only rapper. Like, you know what I mean? So to them,
you're a superstar.
Like, bruh.
So they gas you right.
You know,
gas you up.
When the album coming out, bro. So they hyped me up to want to shoot. I mean, pardon me, to want to make an album. Okay. And this is where my first sense of entrepreneurship comes in.
Okay.
Right, because I'm like, all right, cool. Let's get this album going.
Yeah.
I got me, a couple of my friends. Everybody's believing in me. They're like, yo, let's do the album, right? All right, album costs money.
Sure.
Where you gonna get CDs from? Where are we recording this album at?
Right,
you know what I mean? Like, where's the artwork coming from? CD cases, everything that, CD burners. So I went to my mom, asked her, Ma, can I want to create an album. Hell no.
Dang.
Yeah, straight up.
Shut that joint down quick.
And the reason why, at the time I was upset, but the reason why is I'm a mother, right? And I'm new to this environment, right? We just got a house, got a mortgage. You know what I mean? My mom's still traveling to New York to go to work.
From Pennsylvania?
Yeah, from Pennsylvania. Hour and a half every morning.
Right? Hour and a half every morning?
Every morning.
Wow.
Like, commuting, 100%. Waking up 4:30 in the morning, out of the house by 6. Just to be to work by.
Who put you on the bus?
We were going, right? Bro, we walked to the bus, man. We grown at this point.
This is true. Yeah. So she's not concerned, like,
bro, I was walking to school in elementary school.
Really?
I was walking to school. Like, I'm talking about like 5 blocks from my house, walking to school, seeing crackheads, prostitutes. Yeah. Like elementary school. So by the time I got to Pennsylvania, we
like
grown, bro.
That's cool. Like,
yeah, like nobody
know the routine.
Come on. Anyway, so I went to her for the money. She said no, just couldn't. It wasn't affordable at the time.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, what am I gonna do? 16 years old. I'm like, I got to get a job.
Yeah.
So I go and get my first job. Right, working at a clothing store.
Okay.
They was slaving me, bro.
Really?
First of all, I'm not even used to taking orders from anybody but my mom.
Right. So it's different for you.
You're not telling me what to do.
Yeah.
Why? Like, what do you mean? Fold clothes.
Right.
People keep coming in here messing shit up, and I gotta do it. What? Bro, I was sick.
Hey.
Like, I'm talking about sick.
How long you did this?
I did this for about 4 months.
Hey.
4 months.
Uh-huh.
And it was all for a purpose, like to get my money up and get the album out. So I did it for 4 months. Bro, when I had the money, like for the computer, CD burner, all the stuff that we needed or whatever, I quit. I was like, I'm out of here.
Dang.
It's over. I don't want, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, I'm never doing this again.
Right.
And I had a sense of who I was as a black man too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Coming from where I was. So I'm saying, like, I'm never letting a white person tell me what to do again in my life. Like, ever.
Yeah.
Most kids would have seen it as an opportunity.
Yeah, right. It's my first job. Paying a little good money. Yeah.
Money. Not me. So we went and we got the CDs. My team that was around me, everybody was like super excited to do a project. Yeah. Right? We was doing it at my man's house. And we got a final product and we put it on a CD. Yeah, right? Yeah. The CD was called Who's Burner, right? And when I say we took it to the max as kids, like my mind is like, all right, it's entrepreneur. Right? And this is where I'm literally discovering who I am. So no one told me to say, yo, we got a market for this album. I come from New York. This is what people do. Yeah. They hang posters up. This, you know what I mean? Like,
the whole guerrilla marketing.
How you going to release an album nobody know about it?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So we literally we had artwork that we were hanging up in the classrooms. Teachers was letting us hang up our artwork in the classroom, letting the people know when the album was dropping, right? So that was like our own little billboards inside of the school. And the kids were impressed. You know what I mean? They would ask, yo, when's the album coming out? And I would tell them, go to your homeroom and you're going to see our poster up in the
homeroom release.
100%.
Okay.
So now everybody, the school is buzzing. Everybody's like, yo, the album coming out. You know what I mean? Album coming out. Mind you, the album was trash. Let's be clear. I'm not sitting here acting like I was just dead nice. At that time, you're in high school, you think you're nice. But the album was trash.
Okay.
As I got older, I, realized, like, bro, you wasn't.
You was hard.
You wasn't doing that. So anyway, we released the album, and when I say, like, the return on investment was bananas. Like, I made like $9,000. I'm 16 years old. I paid my team around me, like my staff. You know what I mean? I paid everybody. Everybody walked away with something.
That's dope.
And for me, that was like my first taste of, oh yeah, I got something here. I'm never working for nobody. For sure, I'm never working for nobody.
I figure it out.
You know what I mean? So fast forward a little bit. Me and my mom was going through rough times. And I'm 17 at the time. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm done being a kid. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I felt super grown. Mind you, I told you I was grown since I was like 11. Right. You know what I mean? So now you like 17 years old. This is 6 years later. I'm super grown.
You like 30 years old at 17.
You feel me? I'm having sex. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right. You doing everything.
Come on, bro. So, and I got a little bit of money in my pocket.
Oh, you can't tell me nothing.
You can't tell me nothing. So, me and my mom was at odds, and I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. I'm leaving the house.
Okay.
Didn't know where I was going.
So you just up and dipped and was like, I'll figure it out again.
Pretty much. So, I called my father. My father was living in New York, in Long Island. I called him up to see if I could come live with him. Dumb. Like, I'm talking about, like, nah, let me ask my wife. She said, now was not a good time.
Really?
17 years old. I'm like, all right, where am I going?
So you was on the way back to New York anyway.
Yeah, I was, because Pennsylvania wasn't it.
Yeah.
For me, it was just like I formed bonds, but not enough where somebody's gonna let me come live with them.
Right.
It wasn't that deep. So I'm like, all right, I still have connections deep rooted in Queensbridge or in New York. I have family out there. Somebody's gonna let me come stay with them. Right. So I took my money and I, got a ride from one of my homegirls. Went back to Queensbridge Projects, and one of my friends allowed me to stay with him in a double apartment, and it was so many of us in there. When I say like, I want to say like 11, maybe 12 people
in an apartment,
living in a double apartment. In Queensbridge, they have double apartments. So if your family's big enough, you'll get something like a double apartment. So it's pretty much like a 4-bedroom
apartment together, and they just kind of bust the wall out.
Pretty much. Yep. So it's like 2 apartments mirroring each other. Okay. Right. So it's a 4-bedroom, and I didn't have no room. Of course, it wasn't like I had privacy. Literally, this was get in where you fit in. Right. Some nights you sleeping on the couch. Some nights you might have to sleep on the floor. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it was rough. Don't put nothing in the refrigerator.
It's gone.
It's over. Don't even think about it. My homie, my best friend, he had a refrigerator in his room with a lock on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that deep?
Like a mini fridge with a lock on it.
Dang.
Don't touch my stuff.
So you're growing up in a house at 17 years old. 11 people, including yourself, or you make 12?
No, it's probably about 11 of us.
11 people in a double apartment, Queensbridge, New York. What is that like? It's got to be. I just couldn't imagine because I like my space.
It's chaos.
It has to be.
So here's the thing, right? You're going when you're in that environment, you're gonna spend most of your time outside. Right. You don't want to be in the house. Yeah. First of all, you're trying to be a fly on the wall. You're not even trying to be seen. Yeah. Because this is like. His mom's doing me a favor. Right. And you don't want to you don't want to cause any of the confusion that's already in here. Yeah. Somebody didn't wash the dishes. Somebody didn't do this. Somebody always didn't do something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or somebody always did something. Right. So you're trying to stay outside as much as possible. I see. And when you outside, you kind of adapt to whatever's going on outside. True. So mind you, let's rewind. When I'm young, my mom is telling me, you see these guys? You're never going to be nothing like them. She showed me people out the window getting arrested. She'll show me a dead body, like my neighbor killed somebody in front of my building. Hey. And my mom brought me to the window to show me the person that I used to know
on a daily basis.
Yeah, bro.
That had to be traumatizing.
I mean, not when you don't.
Well, you were numb to it because it's your norm.
It's normal, but she would show me. You know what I mean? So that she never hid anything from me. She would show me what not to be. Right. You know what I mean? And like for a kid, you see somebody that you give a 5 to every day dead on the ground from somebody that you also know who lives in your building, like your neighbor. Dang. You know what I'm saying? So growing up, I'm thinking, all right, I'm never going to be like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? But when you come back, now you're older and you get to see what those people, why they felt like they had to do that. Yeah. Everybody didn't get opportunities. Right. You know what I mean? Everybody's mom couldn't bring them out of the hood and raise them somewhere else. Show them something different. People's moms are crackheads. You know what I'm saying? This is what you're living with. Your mom is stealing from you. Dang. Like, real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about like people sitting on crates in their apartment. Like we can't have furniture because our moms is going to sell it. It's real, bro. Dang. This is stuff that people can't imagine.
Yeah. I could not imagine, like having to hide stuff from my mom's all the time.
100%.
Or anybody in the house.
100%.
I couldn't live like that.
100%, bro. And when you're a kid, what's your alternative? When you say I couldn't live like that,
it's whatever's outside of the house.
You still got to come home. Yeah. What is the alternative? Like
there isn't one.
There's no alternative.
Yeah.
Like this is just how I gotta grow up. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I gotta eat outside. Don't bring no food in the house. Like it's like a doggy dog world.
Dang, you know inside the house.
And it's inside the house. So not only do you have to protect yourself from your mom, who has a problem.
Yeah.
You have siblings who are struggling as well. And it's a doggy dog world.
So it's like you're going to sleep with one eye open.
100%.
Walk around the block, with your, head over the shoulder 100%. All the time. How do you live that way?
You adapt. It's really like, first of all, you got to understand fast.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand where you are, your environment fast. You have to understand there's no friends in this. There's no friends.
Yeah.
Like if you do get a relationship that you happen to, forge a relationship with somebody. All right. So let's put it like this, right? If you have a best friend and the way we display loyalty is through diversity, right? Yeah. So if I say to you, yo, bro, if anybody try to fuck with you, I got your back.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're going to believe me, right? Because I'm your dog. We grew up sandbox, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But if we never been jumped, if you never had to go through that, how do you know who I am?
It's true. That's
literally the only way that we could trust each other.
Yeah.
Is if you go to jail and you don't tell them.
Right.
If I get shot at and you bust your gun for me or with me.
Yeah.
If they jump me, you're going to jump in with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only way to show loyalty, to really know, yo, that's my dog for real.
Right.
And it's foul. It's like, this is the environment, but this is what you have to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when people show signs of other shit that's not that, you got to believe them.
Facts.
Because this could be your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it's like somebody could be genuine, but you just don't know.
You just don't know until we on the battlefield. 100%.
So it's probably a lot of cats out there who lost their lives for just being genuine people.
100%.
You say, I want to help you, or hey
100%.
Man, I just want to look out for you, whatever. And it's like, I don't trust that.
Nah. And more than that, if you are the person that's genuine and you will look out for your peoples or whatever, you're gonna get somebody that will take advantage of that. 100%. They're gonna they'll rob you, gonna set you up. They're gonna set you up to get robbed by somebody else.
So it's like you can't be
a nice dude.
Yeah, and it's hard to be a nice dude in the atmosphere like that.
It's hard to be a nice dude.
Because the nice dude turns into whomever he needs to be.
Pretty much.
Dang.
Pretty much. You fooled.
Yeah.
Don't be a nice dude and be winning at the same time.
Oh no. It's over for you.
Target.
Yeah.
Target practice.
Dang.
And it's by your best friend.
Really?
Yeah, your homie.
So you're in New York, living in an apartment now. So like, are you still rapping? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, how's money coming? What's the income goal?
So at that time, I still had money.
Okay.
Saved for my album.
Yeah.
I was very good at money, like good at like being frugal.
Okay.
Saving money and making sure that I only spend on what I need to spend on.
Okay.
Right. So I had a little bit of money. And as that was running out, I started adapting to what my environment is. So I somebody that I knew that was close to me put me on to like selling selling weed.
Okay.
Right. And this is how I'm now starting to make money. I started selling bud for him. Right. And we did well. You know what I mean? Because I had entrepreneur, like my mind was just shaped like that. So, and I wasn't one of these people that would just spend money on bullshit. You know?
Yeah.
So I saved up my money, and that lasted for a little while, but I couldn't work for nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean? My mindset was like, I'm not working for nobody. So
yeah.
Thank you for showing me the game, but now I know I got to take this to another level.
Oh, so you going over the head over the top dog?
100%. This is my dog, though. He understand. He understood who I was.
So he's pretty much it. I'm gonna teach you the game real quick, get you in, show you how to, where it comes from, how whatever how.
Well, he didn't give me no connects or anything.
Okay,
like
you got to figure out your part yourself.
Figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like me showing you how to.
Yeah.
Be my competition. I'm not showing you that.
No. You got that part. You got to figure yourself.
You got to figure it out. But I knew that this would only last for so long.
For sure. Yeah.
Because of the way your mind is.
Right.
So he taught me everything that I needed to know.
Yeah.
And it lasted for a little while.
Okay.
And then what happened was I was 18 years old at the time. And I was selling bud to a guy who actually had a rap deal. He was a cousin of one of the people in Mobb Deep.
Okay.
So, he was coming to the hood and he would come and get his bud. I was selling bud to him or whatever. And he had a deal on the table, but he wasn't that good. He wasn't that nice at rhyming.
Got you.
So he had a deal on the table and he could make room for label mates.
Yeah.
They was letting him kind of like structure his own deal.
Word. Okay.
So he came to the hood. Mind you, homeboy, I'm talking about like coming through in a cherry red CLK drop top, big ass chain.
Yeah.
To the hood, that's like
he up.
Like, what's up?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So he came to the hood. One of my closest friends, Lo, he put me on, and he was like, "Yo, homeboy is looking. Shout out to Ox. Ox is looking for rappers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's looking for people who can rap." So I'm like, "You already know.
Yeah.
Like, Lo put me on because I'm nice. You know
right,
what I mean?
Right.
Like, let's get it." So we outside and we having like not to say a battle, but like a nice little cipher.
Yeah.
And you know, I shine.
Of course.
Shine. It was a nice amount of us too on the block that day.
Uh-huh.
And I shined, you know, with him. And then with Lowe's recommendation, of course, we winded up getting close, you know, to the actual label owners.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they heard me rap, and you know, it was kind of like the rest was history. You know, I signed my deal. We moved out the hood. We got a nice crib in Jamaica Estates.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, we living the rapper life.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Living the rapper life. We feeling ourselves again. You know what I mean? Everybody's doing good.
Again,
Yeah, you know? And, you know, at that time, I kind of like stopped hustling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I didn't need to hustle anymore. I was at the point where I'm like, all right, I'm chilling. All my life was studio time.
Yeah.
You know, we in the crib writing. Just, you know, we had an album that we was working on, a mixtape that we was working on. Okay. You know, and we would literally focus just on that. So for a nice amount of time, that was my life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to take over the interview. I want you to ask me. I want you to ask me, because I'll go through the whole.
That's what I want. The whole thing, man.
Okay.
I want the whole story because I want people to know. I want people to feel every part of your life. Mm-hmm. You know, and I can't feel that part of life trying to tell your story. And that's the point of the podcast, is giving people opportunities to share what they've been holding in for so long to the rest of the world, so you can let somebody else know, like, yo, if you live this life, or you're thinking about living this life, here's an alternative, or here is a way that you can try to do it again, or try a different way. So, man, go ahead, man. What do you think?
All right. So
I'll ask questions in between, because like you may say something that either a guest may not know, like, you know. Like saying Bud, like you may not know what Bud is.
Right, that's why I said we.
Right. Like I know what it is, but somebody might know what it is. So it's like, so I may stop you in between time, you know, asking questions that I may have. Of course, they don't come to head, but man, keep doing your thing.
All right. So, in the midst of all of this, you're around people. So, when you are, opportunities come in different forms, right?
Yeah.
And when you're living in a space of lack, it can put you in different positions where you may make the wrong decisions, right?
Right.
So what I mean by that is sometimes you do things out of desperation. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what that deal was or who it was attached to. You're signing it if you're trying to get out the hood.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So everything that you learn about how to judge, you know, characters, some of that may go out of the window if some money's on the table. Your integrity is on the line. Yeah. You may not even know it.
Yeah.
At the time, you ain't even thinking twice about it. Like, listen, you know, if I don't like him, I can learn to like him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now you're signed with other label mates who are different than you.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not going to put any names out there, but cats be wild. Let's just put it like that. People be wild, you know, like real wild, and they don't recognize the opportunity, and they'll mess up the opportunity for everybody just being in their own, just being who they are. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give you an example, right? If you're a stick-up kid, right, and somebody come and give you an opportunity where you don't have to rob anybody anymore, but you still in your mind like, ooh, I can't wait to get in this room with these other rappers. I'm gonna rob them.
Every last one of them.
You know what I'm saying? You just a knucklehead.
You know what I was, and I'm still there.
Yo, I gave you money so that you could get out of that life, and you in here plotting on people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Great.
So this is not exactly, but this is who I'm around, right? People who just can't get out of their own way.
Yeah.
So long story short, that deal went south. Like it went. You know, it turned bad because people couldn't get out of their own way.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with gangsters, knuckleheads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now that we got some money, the image, they want to put, you know, the images out there. Like,
right.
I was a gangster before this, but now I got some money.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you gonna know.
You gonna know. And long story short, that deal went south. So here I am now, back in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
And now when I go to hustle, it's different because my taste for money is different now.
Well, so you saying it's different now? What's different about it?
So weed can't be the drug of choice that I'm selling.
Because it wasn't making what you
want. It's not gonna make me what I'm used to having now.
Right.
You know what
right.
I mean?
Uh-huh.
And now I'm more hungry because I seen a little more.
Yeah.
So now I go back. I'm in the hood, and I start selling harder drugs.
Okay.
It was never an option for me to go get a job, ever. I'm never working for anybody in my life.
Right.
Up until this point, I've gotten money, any form of money that I've gotten, excluding the job that I had when I was 16. Any form of money that I've gotten is something that I've hustled for, including the rap deal. All that. Yeah. I hustled for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now, in my mind, all right, times is rough again, but I'm not going backwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So I moved back to the hood, not to my homie's my homie's mom's crib. My homie at the time, he was dealing with a female. So the thing in Queensbridge is you get you a female.
Yeah. You good.
Dick her down and get a crib.
Right,
pretty much. Right. So he had a crib, and he allowed me to come and stay with him. So at the time, he's hustling, selling crack. You know what I mean? And my mind is like entrepreneur. He's selling crack for somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that ain't
nah, we're not doing it. We're not doing that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it.
Right.
And the person who he was selling it for, I was connected to him. Let's just put it like that. I was connected to him.
Okay.
He had love for me.
Right.
I'm trying not to put nobody's name out there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to.
You can do all that.
So I was connected to him, and he had a no nonsense policy in my hood, where if you wasn't selling crack for him, you wasn't selling crack. And this is the dude that my homie is selling crack for.
Yeah. So
I'm like, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it.
Man, you was courageous, brother.
I'm just who I am.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean? I'm just who I am, and I understand. So my homie's like, all right, but how we gonna tell him?
Yeah.
Let me handle that. Like, this is my dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so got him out of that, almost like getting him out of a contract.
Got
him out of that situation.
Just a Suge Knight.
You know what I mean? So then, one of his homies, his big homie, actually taught us how to cook up crack.
Really?
Yeah.
So he taught you the whole. So it's pretty much like how you learned the whole game of like rap and everything. You learned the whole game of everything that you've been through. It's like you need to know the whole process through and through.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So now it's really simple because it's all the examples are in front of you, right? Like with crackheads to
right,
how to hustle.
Yeah,
you want to hustle in the building, or you gonna sit on the block, or whatever your thing is, right? But I had the idea that and it wasn't my idea. This is just how I saw the big homie doing it. Right?
Yeah.
So the big homie barely sell to crackheads. They're gonna sell to the drug dealers.
Gotcha.
On a larger level.
Yeah.
Supplying the hood.
Right.
That's what I want to do. In my mind, I'm like, that's what I want to do. I don't want to have to
go to somebody and say, I need some more.
Yeah, I'm not trying to scramble.
Yeah.
So we learn how to cook, learn where to get it from, travel outside of our neighborhood to go get it, and come back to the hood and serve what you call is double ups. It's a dub up.
Now break that down.
So a double up or a dub up is basically when you are able to sell a drug dealer something for less, right? Okay. So let's put it like this: if I sell you a 20 bag of weed, I can sell it to you for $10, so that you're able to sell it for $20.
Got you. So that's how they see their profit.
That's how they see their profit.
Okay.
So if I sell you something for $10, you could it's enough to sell it for $20.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now the only way that you're able to do that is if you have quantity. You know what I'm saying? You have to have quantity, and you have to know how to get it to that point. Most people in the hood, they don't have enough money to risk cooking up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's more of a
So they're just selling as is.
They're selling as
versus
is.
you cooking it up and breaking it down. Get more stretching your product.
Stretching it out and being able to supply them.
Well, that's how I'm saying.
Yeah. but most people not trying to do that. Because they don't want to lose.
Right,
you know
right.
It's a risk when you cook up.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You may lose some of your work or whatever.
Okay.
So what we figured out, the risk was worth the reward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So it got to a point where we were doing numbers.
Really?
We were doing some hefty numbers. Like it was looking like the 80s all over again. But we talk about drug dealers.
So you pretty much pushing all your product to drug dealers only.
100%.
That's it. You're not selling to like the average Joe.
No.
So if I say, yo, Bernie, I need whatever,
yeah, no.
you're not selling to me.
No.
Now go to so-and-so.
100%.
Wow.
Yeah, it was almost like
So you came in the Frank Loop at the time.
Low-key, I wouldn't put me on that level.
Okay, not that level. Yeah, for that area, like for your small community. Yeah. Wow.
100%. It was almost like I couldn't sell to the crackheads.
Yeah.
Because it would be like a violation. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
How
you
kind of selling
to them and then you stepping on the foot up.
Come on.
That don't make no sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we made sure that we stayed out of all of that. And then in that life you gotta learn the ropes fast.
Yeah.
This is a more treacherous game. This is not weed.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's hardcore.
Like, it's real. So you're gonna have people that's plotting. You have people that's, want your spot, don't understand, you young, you out here getting to it.
Mm-hmm.
And with that comes just that jealousy and that envy. And that's the part that, because I spent some time away from the hood, I wasn't ready for that part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I understood not to trust people.
Right.
I understand that your best friend could be your enemy. I understood all of the key values, but I didn't ever think that it would really happen to me. Yeah. I fell into the illusion that people have love for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody rocking with me. I don't got no friends. It's not.
I feel you.
Everybody's rocking with me. I'm supplying the neighborhood. I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah. I grew up here. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody loves Bernie.
Everybody loved me. And that wasn't the case.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? So I wound up getting shot by someone who I actually knew.
Like how? Like you say you knew them. How close were they?
Like close. Like, all right, I want to say all right. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that part.
Yeah.
But they were close.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Close to the point where, when I was shut it down for the day, they were like one of the only people that was still able to hit my line, and I would make sure that I took care of them because I knew that they had, new responsibilities.
Yeah. Right.
Kids, whatever. And they were close.
Wow.
Shot me, bro. Shot me in the chest, came out of my back. Bullet came out of my back.
Okay.
And paralyzed me.
So it shot you in the chest. Like, where did it hit?
So it hit my my liver, my spleen, my lung, and my vertebrae.
One bullet.
Bounced
so
around.
It's bouncing off your bones and just kind of hitting.
Yep, bounced around.
Dang.
Killed, bro. When I say, bro, I died. I literally died on the floor. Died. Saw the other side.
Wow.
No cap. Yeah. I'm gonna walk you through it real quick.
Yeah, let me walk you. All right, now you just I'm lost of words right now.
Yeah, let me walk you through real quick. So when I got shot, right? First of all, instant, my legs instantly locked on me. I couldn't take another step.
So you pretty much you shot and you just fall.
Yeah, I had to grab the gate to make sure I don't fall on my face because I can't take another step.
Dang.
Yeah, it's real. So now, a person that I knew from the building dragged me back into the building. I'm laying on my back, and I'm watching because the hole is so small.
Yeah.
Blood is filling up inside of my.
Oh, so you feel all that warmness and stuff.
I'm watching my chest expand. I'm on my back and I can see my chest expand.
What?
The blood is filling up inside of my lungs. It's filling up inside my body. The exit wound was so small that it wasn't enough for the blood to escape.
Yeah.
So I'm laying on the floor in the lobby of my building, leaking out, seeing my own blood, everything, and I'm in pain. When I say a pain that you can't even imagine, bro, I'm talking about like my whole chest, stomach, everything was on fire.
Dang.
Right? So now, everybody's out, everybody's around and surrounding me and panicking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, burn a shot, whatever. I don't know what it is when you're in a traumatic situation. Your body or your, whatever takes over. I'm like the calm one in the room. I'm not even freaking out.
Really?
I'm scared,
Yeah.
but I'm not freaking out. Like, I'm telling everybody to calm down and call the ambulance. I'm about to die.
Save me.
Yeah, like y'all need to stop all this screaming shit and call the ambulance. So mind you, now I'm on the floor and my chest is on fire, but every time I close my eyes, all the pain go away. Every time I close my eyes, all the pain goes away, like disappears.
Really?
So in your mind, you're telling yourself to just go to sleep. But you're not tired. Like, why the hell am I tired right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was just up. I was just like, I'm about to get it in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now I'm tired. I'm sleepy. So I drifted off into one of those sleeps because everything is telling you just go to sleep. Everything's gonna be cool. So I drifted, and that's when I died. This is crazy, bro. You'll hear stories. I promise you, now when you go home and you go look for it and you hear other people's experiences of people saying they died before.
Yeah, I heard people say I've died. Matter of fact, the guy on Boondon who was just here before you, he came out of his mom's womb and he died in that moment. Like they had to like pull him out. He's a 13-pound baby and they laid on the table, lost on oxygen, and was just dead.
And they had to revive him.
Yeah.
So it's real. Damn, that's crazy. You 2 for 2, bro. Two people that done died. What the hell is that about? That's crazy. But yeah, bro. Man. Like, no cap. Like, I died, and the craziest thing that ever happened is in my moment, that year, my best friend died in his sleep. Like, he didn't get killed or nothing. He was like, I'm talking about healthy. This dude was a Division II athlete, got a scholarship, full athletic scholarship to St. Peter's in Jersey, like, and died in his dorm room in his sleep. Dang. Never drank, smoked, nothing. He was who I was. Yeah, like that's who I wanted to be like. Playing basketball.
Right.
Died in his sleep. So while I was on the floor and I had that moment where I passed, he came to me on some, not both of us. You got to pull through. Like, you got to get up. Yeah. Like, you got to wake up now.
Wow. Yeah. That's an experience.
Bro. Scary.
It has to be.
So then the funny thing is I woke up and now I'm even more calm.
How are you calm after dying?
Bro,
there's no way I'll be calm after dying.
It's really hard to explain, but I seen something that assured me that I'm gonna be okay.
You're a peaceful guy, man.
Nah, no cap, bro. I seen something. Yeah. Like, God literally sent my man who passed away to me. Like, when they say you have a guardian angel,
yeah, for sure,
100%, 100%.
And that's your man's life after death. That's your man.
The funny thing is, my man, right? He was like a coach to me. We the same age. Like, he was like a year older than me. But he's like my coach, like my spirit animal. You know what I mean? Like, whenever you feel like you can't do it,
that's
like,
who you lean towards.
You bugging. You know what I mean? Like,
pick it up, man. Come on. Yeah.
So he came to me when I needed him most.
Not the both of us.
Not the both of us, bro. Came to me when I needed him most. So then I woke up with a different calm. Like, now is the other part. I'm still dying.
Right.
I'm awake now.
But you're calm,
but I'm still leaking out. Like, my lungs is filling up with blood. And something told me to take sips of air. Like sips of air. Like as if you were sipping out of a Dunkin' Donuts straw. Because if you take too deep of a breath, you're going to choke on your blood. Who the fuck told you to do that?
Right.
What told you to do that? Like, you're not born with that.
Nobody knows, if you breathe slow, you can save your life.
Come on, bro. And that saved me. That saved me. So I'm taking sips of air, little sips of air, making sure that I don't choke, cough up on my blood. And finally, when you in the hood, bro, the ambulance took probably I want to say 25 minutes to get to me.
So you shot. 25 minutes go by before ambulance, before any paramedic or whatever may see you.
Yeah, 25 minutes. I'm on the floor. My homie's trying to figure out. I'm telling him I can't feel my legs. He's like, nah, you probably in shock. So the whole time he keep grabbing my leg, trying to
do you feel this? You feel
this? I'm like, no.
I don't feel nothing.
I feel nothing, bro. And I don't even care right now. I just want to live.
You just want to live. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They finally get there, take me out on a stretcher, put me in the ambulance, and my sister also saved my life as well. So my oldest sister, somebody in the hood called her and told Bernie, just got shot.
Yeah. She
made sure that they didn't take me to Astoria General, which Astoria General, everyone is known for dying there. Dang. If you get shot, you go to Astoria,
it's over. It's over. You might just go, hey, 100%. Get my tombstone ready.
She told him to take me to New York Hospital, New York Presbyterian.
How far is that from where you at?
Here's the other side. They told her that, so first of all, I'm in Queens. Astoria is up the block, literally a few blocks away.
Yeah.
That's where they were going to take me. New York Presbyterian is over the 59th Street Bridge into Manhattan.
Queens and Manhattan is how far?
It's not that far.
Traffic.
It's not that far, but I want to say a good 15 minutes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they told her on the phone, if he dies, it's on you.
Ooh.
And my sister had to make that call and say, take him to New York Presbyterian. 100%. 100%. So I'm awake the whole time in the ambulance. They rushing me through all of this stuff. This shit is like a movie, bro. It's bananas.
Yeah.
So I'm scared. They got the mask on my face, give me oxygen. Cool. When I get to the hospital, bro, when I say this was the most, I'm talking about worse than getting shot. They lift my arm up, slice me open.
While
I'm awake.
God, no.
Open my arm, slice me open on this side. Slice me open on this side, and then stick a tube through my fucking ribs, through my ribs, both of them, on both sides. Mind you, at that same time, there's 4 different people working. One person gave me a shot. This was the shot to knock me out.
Finally knock you out.
You know what I mean? But they couldn't wait to do the other stuff. So I'm awake.
Are you feeling this?
Literally push tubes through my ribs so that they can start draining the blood out of me. That was the worst. That was worse than getting shot.
It had to be.
That was the worst. That was the worst, bro. And then I passed out. Then I passed out. Son, I was like, my body can't take no more. Probably. It was probably for whatever they gave me.
I got shot. I'm cut open. Got pipes up me.
Yeah, it was bad.
Damn.
It was bad,
man.
It was bad.
So that you're on the table, of course, you don't know what's going on, but you just know that you wake up eventually.
I woke up with a tube down my throat, shit in my nose, down my nose, tubes outside of me. My stomach is split open because they had to open me up.
Oh,
to kind of clean me out. No bullet fragments inside of my body.
Yeah.
So I got staples in my stomach.
From what, the belly button up?
Yeah, belly button up, staples. I'm fucked. I'm messed up for real, and I still in my mind I'm just all right, I'm alive. I woke up. That was real. It really did happen. You know what I mean? It's not a dream, and I still can't feel my legs.
So what's going through your mind now? Now that you know you really can't feel it,
I'm still in denial.
You're not paralyzed.
Trauma.
Trauma.
Maybe you know what I mean?
I'm still in shock.
Yeah, I'm still in shock. Maybe you know what I mean. Still can't feel my legs. Whatever. I wake up and all of this is like a blur. I just let you know. So if I'm saying it wrong,
nah, you good, man.
You know what I mean? I'm not for you, but for the people who's gonna watch this that probably experienced it, they're gonna be like, nah, that's not how it happened. You know what I mean? It was a blur for me. It was a blur for me. So I woke up and the first thing I saw was my family.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My family's there. you know, I'm in what is it, the ICU.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So everybody, when you come inside, you gotta like wear these gowns and everything. You know, because I'm open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just see my family. Everybody's like crying, upset, and you know, I think it was my sister who told me, you know, you're alive but paralyzed.
Dang.
Like doctor said, you're paralyzed.
So what? Getting that news, what's going through your mind, your body? What's going through? What's getting?
So the funny thing is, in that moment, I'm still in shock. Believe it or not, like I still can't process. I'm not processing what you're telling me. You're telling me that, but I don't believe it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's cool, but I'm gonna get out of this. I'm just happy to be alive. You know what I mean? I'm really happy to be alive because I just seen something crazy in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it didn't really affect me at that moment. More seeing them hurt and crying and all of that.
Right.
That's what kind of like affected me, right? But it wasn't something that I subscribed to at the moment. And you know, the hospital experience, I was in the hospital for 4 months, like learning everything all over again. I'm talking about everything, bro. The simplest things that we take for granted.
Like how simple?
Like I couldn't yawn.
What? Isn't it like a natural instinct?
Not when your lungs are not functioning.
Oh, so you got to kind of like rebuild from childhood, newborn in a sense.
100%. I couldn't sneeze. I couldn't yawn. I couldn't cough.
So if a sneeze was coming,
it would go away. Like if a sneeze was coming, and then it's go away because I can't get up enough
air to kind of push the sneeze. Wow.
Real. I couldn't get dressed on my own. I had to wear a diaper. I couldn't move my bowels on my own.
You're how old again?
I'm 20 years old.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm 20 years old at the time. When I say everything, bro, I couldn't sit up. I couldn't sit up on my own. It literally felt like I'm sitting on torso.
God.
Like, so when the doctors, because I'm in therapy at the time, they're trying to sit me up. It's literally fall over this way, fall over that way, fall forward, fall backwards. I had no balance. It's all new. Like, you see your legs. It's weird.
That's crazy.
It's bananas. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go through therapy before they would even let me out of the rehab. I had to complete my therapy. You know what I mean? So it was 4 months of rehab, of just learning how to be in a wheelchair. People don't know, when you first get in a wheelchair, you can only spend like an hour at a time in a wheelchair.
Why?
Because your body is not used to
just being so stationary.
You have to look out for sores, like to your butt, to your legs from staying stationary, because your body is going through something completely new, and you don't have the energy. Like your energy is down. Like, you cannot stay longer than an hour in a wheelchair. It's real.
So how did your body become accustomed to that? Because we've been going for like an hour 12 right now.
Oh no, now
you good? It's just
later.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's just a part of like this, the early stages of it.
Very early stages.
Okay.
Like first couple of months.
Hey,
you know what I mean? And I had to learn all of this stuff all over again. I had to learn everything, bro.
Wow.
And that was traumatic.
Yeah, it had to be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You going through all types of crazy thoughts and just depression. You know what I mean? And like I told you, it took me months to actually believe that I was paralyzed.
Really?
You know
so you still think like, bitch, I'm gonna walk one day. I'm gonna walk one day.
I'm in rehab. They about to,
Right.
Nah.
So what's this like? You're believing that you're gonna walk again, and then what moment you say I'm coming to grips? Like, you know what? It's over with.
When they start teaching me how to be in a wheelchair. So first, when you do physical therapy, it's like regular stuff. Like it's inpatient rehab, and then there's like occupational therapy, like it's outpatient rehab.
Yeah.
So when you're inpatient, they're teaching you the normal stuff, like sit up, you know, how you're gonna get dressed, all of that stuff. But then when you go to occupational therapy, they're teaching you how to actually live outside in a wheelchair.
So you going around, you know, rolling yourself around,
so now
trying to maneuver around a house or something like that. Or
I gotta sit in a wheelchair. They had to teach me how to fall out of a wheelchair.
There's a way you need to fall out of it?
Yeah, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, because so they had to teach me how to do a wheelie. right, in the wheelchair because for us, there's hurdles, right? And I'm talking about the littlest thing. You have to learn how to get over it. Like if you're walking on a sidewalk and there's a crack or there's like the sidewalk is uneven. For me, if I don't get over that, I'm gonna run straight into it and fall out of the wheelchair.
Gotcha.
So now I have to learn how to wheelie, to not be scared, to get over these humps, to get on a curb, to get wherever you need to go. So now they had to teach me how to fall out of the wheelchair so that I can learn to not be scared of falling.
So what does it look like falling out? You don't show me the fall, but like
so when you do the wheelie, I mean, obviously we're on like cushion mats and all that stuff. But they teach you how to like tuck your head.
Okay.
So you're falling on your back and not your neck.
So you're tucking you're wheeling yourself and you're kind of just going like
literally fall back.
Okay.
Fall back.
Gotcha.
Like kind of like tumble out of the wheelchair.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean? So that you know, all right, that's the worst.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's the worst. Once you get over that fear, you could actually learn.
So that's a thing you have to do at therapy. It's just today we're gonna fall.
Yeah, today we're gonna fall.
And it doesn't matter how many times, you're just gonna keep falling all day 100%. Until you feel comfortable and say, okay, I got it. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's a lot, man.
Yeah, it was real. So during therapy, during the rehab, I'm getting a taste of. I was very popular.
Yeah.
I was very popular. I'm talking about like my nurse told me that she thought a celebrity was.
I mean, I can see it though. I can see it.
Like they thought a celebrity was in the hospital because that's how many people.
Really, they came to see you
there. Like coming to see me. I'm talking like every day, people coming to see me. Like I'm talking about like a packed waiting room of people just waiting to see me. I'm talking about people flying in.
Wow.
From Las Vegas, from North Dakota, from Philadelphia, like people like flying in to come see me. Like this.
That's love, man.
It is.
It's love.
It is. It's super love, and I appreciate it to this day. But it doesn't last, right? It doesn't last. It's like, it's a mixture of we can't believe this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that. Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to see for myself type of situation.
Gotcha. So one like genuine, like I really want to see how he's doing. It's more so like
being in that hospital kind of like showed me that it's not a lot of real love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People actually counted me out. Like, he's washed up now.
Yeah, it's over with.
You know what I mean? He ain't playing basketball. He ain't, like the girls ain't gonna love him. It's just over for him.
Right.
And that gave me a chip on my shoulder.
You
know what I'm saying? It gave me a chip to make me feel like I gotta do something. I gotta do something with my life.
Right, 100%.
Even more than before.
Yeah.
Like before I was just existing.
Yeah.
But now I'm feeling like I got saved for a reason.
For sure.
Like nobody knows what this is like. Of course, y'all still walking around taking life for granted. And I'm like, nah, I got a purpose.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So coming out of there, I hate taking over the podcast.
Nah, go.
Nah, for real.
Go.
I don't want to.
You're answering the questions that I don't have. You're answering right. The things I want to know, you're telling me.
Right.
And the things that you're not telling me,
right.
I'm asking.
Right. Okay.
So just keep going, man. Keep going.
So coming out of the hospital, I moved back to my mom's house, Pennsylvania. And I'm like back in society. So when you're in the rehab, everything is normal. Like when you're in a wheelchair and you're in a rehab, you see other people in wheelchairs.
So you start seeing your norm.
Yeah, this is like it's normal for you to. All right, so when you're inside of a rehabilitation center, you're seeing people that look like you.
Right. Yeah.
So this is like, all right, it's not so bad.
Yeah. I'm not the only one.
Dudes, you know what I mean? People in wheelchairs, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
When you get out, this is when you get to see the rest of the world. You get to realize that nobody looks like you. And that's scary as hell.
Yeah, because you look at life from a different angle now.
100%. I was scared, bro, to go outside. I was scared to, for people to see me.
Right.
I'm back in my old neighborhood.
Yeah.
You want people to see this way? Yeah, I'm playing basketball. Yeah. You know? Now I'm in a wheelchair, and everybody done heard about it.
Right.
So I was like cooped up in the house, like scared, like literally scared to go outside.
And that's not you, because like I said, you were very confident, very charismatic.
This is the humbling part. Remember I told you I was like, all of that is fine and all of that, but you know what I mean? When you get humbled, it's real.
Yeah.
this is like, I don't even know who I am.
So you're it's not like you're starting life over again, but you're really starting life over again from walking, figuring yourself out. Like, who is this new Bernie? Because I'm not the Bernie who's the rapper anymore. I'm not the Bernie who's the drug anymore. I'm not Bernie who's a basketball player. I'm Bernie in the wheelchair now.
Bernie in the wheelchair. My sister had to change my diapers.
And that's a humbling experience. It has to be.
Humbling. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, this can't be life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about like suicidal.
Man.
You know you're depressed when you are trying to figure out ways to off yourself.
Really?
Like, I'm talking about like plotting it out.
So you were pretty much plotting your second murder in a sense.
Yeah.
Because like, you died once and it's like, yo, like, this is not me. It's not the life I imagined for myself. At this point, I don't have a purpose. Yeah.
It's not like I don't know what my purpose is. When you're in that state of mind, all you think about is what you can't do.
Yeah.
Anymore. Sure. Like, I can't play basketball.
Right.
I can't drive. I can't have sex. I can't. These are all the things that you're telling yourself.
Yeah.
And you don't know that you can.
Yeah, you can't do it because you haven't tried it yet.
But you just automatically in your head. Because you don't know. All we have is encounters in life, right?
Right.
So you have your perception of what someone in a wheelchair is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know. Especially if you never spoke to them, nothing.
Facts.
You just like, damn. And then on top of that, when you see people in a wheelchair, it's never good. It's like begging on the side of the road.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like fucked up and you know, old or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what you're envisioning yourself as now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn. So you really trying to figure out how to off yourself.
So what stopped you from not doing it? Like, what stopped you from like carrying out that mission?
Spiritual beliefs. Like, so I never could figure out why my homie came to me and woke me up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Almost
like I almost resented it in a way. You know what I mean? I started questioning God. But it somewhere in my mind, it was like, it happened for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
But I'm like, why did you wake me up?
Right.
I could be
gone
out of my misery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you start looking at life like from that angle. But something in me like snapped, I guess, spiritually, where you had to realize that you may not know what it is right now, but you are here for a reason.
For sure.
And that's hard.
It's a bit, it's hard to believe. Yeah.
Especially when you got your mind made up and it's like, this is something that I want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just want to, I'm tired of everybody looking at me, feeling sorry for me. I'm tired of like what my sister got to go through. I'm tired of like my mom. Like, I don't want everybody to see me like this.
I appreciate that, man, because I've never understood suicide. You know, I've never understood like why somebody would want to take themselves out, man. But you made it so clear to me. As to why somebody, I would get it. If I was in if I were in your shoes, man, going through all that, I got to depend on people because I already don't like depending on people 100%. For one. 100%. You know, I like just kind of being very independent to now going to dependent on somebody. 100%. I get it now.
Yeah, bro, like for everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the funny thing is, like when people watch this is probably the first time of them knowing that.
Yeah.
If like my sister, anybody watch this, nobody knew that.
I want you to share this link with them. I want you to have a conversation 100%. With them, man, because
no one knew that.
Yeah, because
like, it's all stuff that you're dealing with inside.
Yeah, internally by yourself.
What I mean? Like you're depressed, you're crying at night when people don't know. You know what I mean? Then you waking up and putting on a smile, putting on a
you putting on, yeah.
You know what I mean? But you really just not happy. So you know, at that point in time, I'm just like, something has to give.
Yeah.
And it got ugly. It still got ugly. Like I'm not just sitting here like, oh, I had a moment spiritual, and now I'm better.
Yeah.
No,
it was still.
No.
Yeah.
I was angry. I was bitter. I was like, I went back to Queensbridge. I'm walking around with a gun on me. Like, I'm suicidal. So I don't give a shit about anything or anybody at this point. So now I'm ready. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready for action. Y'all done took something from me.
So whoever won is going to get the smoke.
Yeah, yep, 100%. I went back to Queensbridge. I was still selling drugs. I was in a wheelchair. So
you're going back to being the big homie in the wheelchair.
I wouldn't just say that I was the big homie. So So when I went back to my old when I went back to my old neighborhood, it was a different me now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily like big homie. Yeah, I fell back into that position of doing what I was doing, but it's more of I don't know where his mind is at. Like Burns cool, but I don't know if he
that's still the same. Yeah.
You know
so everybody on eggshells and talking to you.
I'm talking about my best friend. My best friend thought I was gonna shoot him one day.
Dang, for real?
Yeah, because he had said something slick and
just snapped. Wow. So what got you out of that state? And because you sold drugs, got shot, back to selling drugs, and then there had to be a shift because right now you're at Be Good's Financials.
Yeah.
The gold card.
Yeah.
So what gets us to Be Good Financials LLC to where
you gotta be tired. You gotta be tired, bro. You gotta be tired of the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like just being complacent.
Yeah.
I went through a lot. I went to jail in a wheelchair for a year, like upstate, the
really?
killers. Yeah,
dang,
100%. Somebody tried me in jail. Like, I had to get it in, like in jail,
in the wheelchair,
bro. And the crazy thing is, it was a funny story. This is gonna be quick, but I was in the shower. Can't bring the wheelchair in the shower.
That's like, how do you
say what?
Yeah, I was asking, like, how do you shower with the wheelchair? Because like anything,
no. So you didn't bring the wheelchair in the shower. It's a wheelchair accessible shower where you're literally getting out of the wheelchair
and then tucking on the seat or something.
On the seat.
Okay.
And you know what I mean? But somebody was being impatient because I was taking too long in the shower, and they wound up like jumping in the shower, like jumping over the stall, jumping in the shower, trying to like wash me up, and I wound up getting the best of him, like 100% because.
And this is somebody else in a wheelchair or just somebody?
No, this is a regular.
Hold
dude.
on, so hold on, tell you, wait. You had the best of a dude standing up?
100%, bro. Because what happened was your instincts be taking over, right?
Yeah.
He jumps over the stall. I got the shower head. Mind you, it's a metal shower head.
Oh, yeah, because y'all see you come down.
In my hand. He jumps over the stall. Mind you, he's talking shit. Like, he's talking crazy to me.
Uh-huh.
So he jumps over the stall. I already know he's coming. Like, he's about to come in here. He gonna probably wash me up, right?
Yeah.
So I take the shower head.
So hold on. When you're saying wash me up, let's...
My fault.
Let's clear that up.
He's gonna beat me up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, clear about everybody from New York.
My fault, bro. When I say wash me up, he's gonna try to beat me up pretty much, right? So he gets over the stall, and before he could get all the way over, I don't know what made me do it, bro.
Instinct. It had to be.
I took the shower head and I sprayed him in the face. I sprayed him in the face with the shower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for him, his instinct is to grab his face and kind of
wipe the water,
wipe my face off. And I grabbed him by his shirt and I started going in on him with the shower head. Like,
dang!
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And that was it. Like,
and then by the time that happened, right? So he's like we're like tussling, and by the time that happens, the CO comes and like drags him from under the stall.
Yeah.
The door is locked. You know what I mean? You know how like stall is.
Yeah. That little gap under it.
You know
Right.
So they wound up dragging him by his ankles on this from under the stall, and when they did it, he hit his face on the bench that I was sitting on.
Dang.
So he's leaking. Like when I say leaking,
so
he's bleeding.
It looks worse than what it was.
It looked like I washed him up. It looked like I gave him the business. You know what I'm saying?
So you look anyway.
Homie came out the stalls. Y'all talking about leaking. He had a split on his nose. You know what I'm saying? And it was bad. You know what I mean? So I'm looking like, yo, I don't know what happened in there, but homeboy, and I come out with no scratch on me.
Oh, so you like, Bernie ain't gonna be messing with
you. Homeboy, that time I was lifting weights and all of that.
Yeah.
So, we wound up both going to the home, and they had to rewind the tapes because when you want to sit on the block, everything is recorded.
Right.
So I had to plead my case and let them know,
you just defending this. I'm in the wheelchair.
I'm in the shower. You think I'm gonna fight somebody? So they went back because they looking at his face.
Yeah,
they're not caring about what I'm saying. They looking at his face. It looked like I had a weapon in the shower with me.
Oh, so they think you got something.
He sliced on his face. You understand what I'm saying? So they're investigating now. And I'm like, listen, I'm in the hole for something I ain't even do.
Right.
But it gave me clout on the block.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So once they did the investigation, I got out of the hole, and it was smooth sailing.
Yeah.
That. Everybody's rocking with me. Like,
okay.
Burn is
that's the guy.
Anyway, so that was my jail experience. I got my GED in jail.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I wound up getting my GED in jail, and this is the turning point where I'm like, I'm gonna change my life.
Yeah.
This can't be it.
Right.
I'm in jail. I'm in a wheelchair. Dude's trying me. This can't be life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not doing this no more. So I got my GED. I said when I come out, I'm going to college. I was interested in marketing. So I did all of that. I came out, went to college, for marketing, and because I can't do nothing small, I wound up being the president of my college.
Really?
Right. So it's like student governance president.
Where'd you go?
Where you oversee a place called Northampton.
Okay.
Right. So student governance president is like where you oversee all of student activities, right? And I got into the government.
Yeah.
I got into it just out of curiosity.
Right.
And one of my friends was doing it, and he kind of like pulled me in. He's like, "Yo, you would be good at this. I see the way that people respond to you. Very charismatic." I never lost that. At this point in time now, I'm comfortable with who I am in the wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm dedicated to changing my life at this point in time.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving all the gangster shit behind. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
So I wound up being student governance president. GPA was like 3.9. I was like finding out that I'm really smart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I never knew this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I never pushed myself to be that. So student governance president, first black president in my school. We had a new campus. I cut the ribbon on the school and all of that. And I'm starting to realize who I could be at that time. Like, all of this ghetto ratchet stuff, leave that behind. You could actually be somebody.
Right.
So I'm starting to realize. Fast forward. I'm gonna fast forward some. I have a relationship with a friend of mine, and his brother-in-law put us onto the credit game. Right. So he's telling us like, "Yo, you could fix credit." And I'm like, "What you mean fix credit?" Like, what you think about credit? You think once you mess your credit up, it's just messed up. Yeah. You gotta deal with it. Now you could fix credit. Like you could dispute items. You could get things off of people. I'm like, and on top of that, you could go in for funding. I'm like, what's funding?
Yeah.
No, you could literally go in for loans once your credit is right. You go in for credit cards. You get approved for a car, a house. Put me on. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, like show me.
Yeah.
Show me first. Like
I
don't believe you. I believe you when you show me.
Right, exactly.
A couple of months later, homeboy went and go get an S550 Benz. Shining.
That was proof you need right there.
Count me in. Count me in, bro.
Yeah.
Show me the game.
Yeah.
Put me in the game, coach. So we wound up I wound up investing into a company that he and a few of his other partners started. I got some money, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I want to see what it is. Put me in the game, fix my credit, let me go on for funding, and let's take this thing to the top.
Word.
They fixed my credit. The reason why I put air quotes in
quote unquote fixed
because they didn't fix it.
Really?
I thought they did.
Yeah.
So there's ways, just to put the people on, there's ways that someone can look like their credit is official. And the way you do that is right now, if Joevan has a 680 credit score, right? And let's say you got some derogatories on there.
Yeah.
I can add trade lines, authorized user trade lines. For those who don't know what authorized user trade lines are, it's when someone attaches you to a credit card in their name, right? So I can add Joevan as an authorized user to my credit card. And what will happen is all of my history will reflect on your credit report, right? So now if I add you as an authorized user to a card that has 10 years of history on it,
looking good.
Your score is going to go up
from
that 680 to 7 something.
Right?
Now you believe you got good credit.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
But the credit, what you have is somebody else's good credit. Your credit score behind all that.
So it's not about the score. I just want everybody to know it's not about the score. It's about the data points, right? It's about how much of your credit do you have? How much history do you have? What's your utilization on those credit cards? What's the mixture of credit? Meaning, do you have credit cards? Do you have personal loans? Do you have a mortgage? Do you have a car? Do you have student loans? You understand what I'm saying? This is a mixture of credit, right? Lines of credit. I just had authorized users on me with some negatives. You know what I mean? So now I'm moving around with a 793 credit score because it's fluffed up. It's fluffed up over authorized user trade lines. The trade lines are absolutely going to give you that score. But I'm thinking like, oh, I got a 793. It's go time.
What I want.
I'm almost 800. Like 800 credit score. Let's go. So we going for funding for me, and we got me like nothing. And we got denied for everything.
Dang.
And my score dropped because of inquiries. You know what I mean? So now I'm looking like, it worked for you. Why is it not working for me? I don't understand. I'm still lost. Now I got to do my own research, my own digging. Oh, you still got Raymond Flanagan and Wells Fargo negatives on you. You still got derogatories on you. And that score don't mean anything. So you kind of got gamed a little bit.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, so I'm realizing like, y'all gonna send me in for either y'all really don't know what y'all doing and y'all just like this, like I'm the guinea pig, or y'all really got me. Like y'all kind of like scammed me a little bit. You know what I mean? Because y'all had me believing that I was ready for funding. I took my money for trade lines, took my money for, for the investment. Y'all had me believing that I was ready to go, and I actually wasn't ready to go. So now I'm feeling some type of way.
Dang.
They're trying to drag me back. I'm trying to stay away from
you trying to go back. You trying to bring me back. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm really trying to turn my life around.
Right.
And it meant so much to me. So I was disappointed in them. And, long story short, I wound up kind of like veering off.
You're doing your own thing.
Doing my own thing.
Okay.
And another partner.
That's always worked for you though.
So here's the thing. It did always work for me. So someone else from that company actually veered off with me. Well, not to say with me. We both kind of just left at separate times. But we saw the same thing in the company that we didn't like.
Got you.
So he started putting me on to other things that like ways that we could repair credit. Like really repair credit.
For real.
So now I got the bug. I got the credit bug. Like, all right, I gotta get these two negatives off of me, and I gotta build my credit up, and I still want to go on for funding. You know what I mean? Y'all put me on. Y'all showed me something. I'm not gonna forget it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I know that it's possible. Y'all just wasn't the people to do it.
Right.
So my new relationship, my new friendship, he put me on to some things, right? Some major plays. And so after I left them, I was trying to get my credit repaired through other companies or whatever. And nobody could, get those items off of me.
Dang.
He came along and he got the items off of me.
Word.
It's my business partner to the day.
I would hope so.
Shout out to Anthony. This is my dude. Like, I'm talking about like, when I say this dude literally came and got me off of the battlefield when I was left for dead. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I look at him. Like, I'm forever indebted to him. Like, this is my guy. So when he was able to do that for me, I was able to go in for funding. You know what I mean? And I'm realizing, we can do this for other people. Like, now that we have the formula, we can absolutely do this for other people.
Word.
So starting out, Anthony's like, all right, cool, let's just do it. Word of mouth. He's bringing clients in, I'm bringing clients in, just word of mouth. Kind of like started slowing up a little bit because how many people do you know? And then how many people do you know that trust you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're giving out personal information.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it kind of slowed up a little bit. And then I realized that the people that I'm speaking to don't believe me because they haven't seen what it could do for me yet.
Got you.
You know what I mean? I'm still being regular. Humble, I'm trying not to be the flashy guy. Mind you, in my old life, I was flashy, bro.
Right.
I don't even know how many foreigns.
You
know what I mean? BMW after BMW. Like, so I'm like, I'm gonna take a different route this time. But no, the people want to see the sauce. The people want to see what can this do for them. They have to look at you and be. It has to be obvious. What they can do for you. What you can do for them. So I go out. I'm like, all right, you know what? Forget all of this humble stuff. Go get me a Benz.
Yeah.
Go get me some, some drip.
Yeah.
The people want to see the drip. They want to see what you could do. So I go and do that, and I start speaking to people online and said, forget the people that I know, because if you think about, right, people that you know, if you right now, you say, all right, let's say for the last 6 months, you've been studying to be a dentist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you've been doing that behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
And then you pop up tomorrow on social media and you say, I'm a dentist, guys. Come get your teeth fixed with me. All of your friends, all of your family members are going to say, hell no.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm super good on that because I don't know you as a dentist. I just know you as Joevan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're going to go to their regular dentist.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to realize that. People are not, it's not you. Stop taking it personal.
Yeah.
They don't know you for that.
Mm.
You a hustler, bro.
Yeah.
You probably trying to scam them.
Right.
You know what I mean? You probably at the point where you just like, forget everybody.
I'm going for everybody. Yeah.
You feel me?
Uh-huh.
So I had to realize that, all right, stop trying to so much deal with the people that you know and get to the people that don't know you. Yeah. So I started going online. Mind you, I was still rapping in the wheelchair. Still rapping and all of that stuff.
Okay.
So I was known for rapping in the wheelchair. And I had to get away from that.
Got you.
I had to get away from that. You know what I mean? And now I'm just speaking to the people, educating them about credit, about my story, what I went through, what's out there, funding, this, that, right? What you could do to leverage your credit, how you could be making money off of your credit. People never heard of that. Like, all right, so I know credit is I could, get good interest rates on cars and a mortgage, but what do you mean I can leverage my credit? Right. So here's a play. You can absolutely, if you have a product or service that you offer online, or even, it doesn't have to be online, but online, you could take your credit cards and use them for advertisement for your business. Literally, you can buy advertisement with credit cards for your business, OPM, other people's money, or the bank's money, right? Yeah. And now what you're going to do is you're going to make money off of that, right? Because whatever your service is, you're going to make money from that. Then you're going to gain points on your credit card. Right. For spending. Yeah. And this becomes a thing. You just made money for free. For sure. It didn't cost you anything out of your pocket. Yeah. Let me some points. That's a quick little tip for anybody that's not realizing what you can do with credit cards. Then on top of that, if you're a card holder, if you had a card for 10 years, you could absolutely be a person that we broker card holders cards for our clients, right? So if you need an authorized user trade line, guess what? I got card holders over here where I pay them to add you onto their credit card. So yeah, you got cards that you just sitting there that you ain't really using and all that stuff. Yeah.
Did they just add them as authorized user?
Add them as an authorized user. I pay them. I pay them through the person, through the client. Client pays me.
And then you hit them off for something.
Of course.
That's dope.
And then I'm the middleman. I'm getting paid.
Yeah, of course.
So if you got credit cards that's just sitting in your pocket and you tired of them collecting dust, come on over to Death Row. Come on over to Death Row. You tired of cards all in your pockets collecting dust? Yeah. Come on over to Death Row.
And get a check 100%. Every month.
100%. Every 60 days.
Every 60 days.
Residual coming in. Residual.
That's dope.
On each credit card, you typically allowed up to 5 authorized user slots. Right. So if I'm paying you anywhere from $150 to $200 for each of those, you got potential to make $1,000 every 60 days off of one credit card.
So a question though. So what if, my credit's jacked up, I might find something, whatever. And you say, all right, cool, but I got an authorized user right here for you. I'm still bad with money and paying stuff back. Does that affect the person?
Not at all.
Word.
Not at all. Because what happens is the only time it'll affect the person, the card holder, is if they actually give you the authorized card that you can use.
So you don't get a card.
You don't get a card.
It's just your name is attached to it. Got you.
You're never getting a card. Ever. What? You're never even going to know my card holder's name.
That is crazy.
Yeah. I'm the broker. I'm the middle guy. So you're never going to know their name.
Wow.
You're never going to get a card. You're never going to get access to their credit.
It's just, you just know that you have some revolving credit that's building you up and making your profile look a lot better.
Yes, sir.
That's dope, man.
100%.
That is dope, man. I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you, man. I'm glad that you were able to tell the story, man.
I appreciate it.
When we first told it got better the second time.
He said it got better the second time.
It got better the second time.
The funny thing is, right? So now what I'm doing is I'm teaching people how to do what I did. So I just told you, I started a business, right? I don't do any of the work myself.
Yeah.
Right. What I'm gearing I have a course coming out next month. What I'm gearing that course towards is people who are impatient and lazy. 100%. Like if you're lazy and impatient. You learned that
from
what?
Kind of your jail story in a sense.
In a sense, right?
Or kind of even further back.
Just my story in general, right?
Yeah.
I know that sitting in this wheelchair, I can't do physical labor. So I'm not interested in physical labor. I have to think. I have to use my mind, right? So now, even when it comes down to doing the work, the personal work of fixing the credit, I don't do any of that. My business partner, he runs my back office. He does all of the work. My job is to speak to the people, present the information, and bring them in.
You're a great speaker. Thank you. You have very great oratory skills.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But that's my job now. You know what I mean? We decided that, all right, you're good at this and you're good at that. So now I'm teaching others how to do this for any industry.
Really?
Any industry. You could literally, like Joevan, I don't have to know what you do. Pardon me, I don't have to know how you do what you do. I just need to know what you do. Right? So now if I know what you do, you give me the ins and outs of that, I could literally go and present this to anybody. Like your man's over there, he got a brand, right? He got a company, he got a shirt, t-shirt. Shout out to you. If you tell me what that brand is about, I absolutely know how to go get some funding, build my brand up, my personal brand, and market his company. Because people just want to see that your company is attached to individuals who look the part. So if I teach you how to go get some credit, get your drip up, go get you a nice Benz, you want to do that anyway.
Oh, for sure.
But now I'm gonna teach you how to leverage that.
And I'm gonna teach you how to attach it. I hear everybody, all the credit gurus on the gram. I hear them leverage your credit. I've never understood that.
I'm gonna teach you how to leverage yourself. The credit is attached to it. But this is how you use that money, blow your brand up, your personal brand up, and go attach yourself to any industry. And what you're gonna do is, if I'm valuable to your man's, right? If I'm valuable to him and I'm bringing him clients who want his t-shirt, then he's not gonna give me a cut?
Of course.
Gonna give me a cut?
Yeah.
100%. That's my job now.
Marcus.
You
trying to
I'm telling you, that's what my course is. Taking your brand and attaching it to other brands and blowing them up, helping to blow them up.
That's dope.
That's all it is. It's lazy money. It's super lazy money.
It's gotta be.
It's easy. It's easy. You just gotta know how to present the value. I got something called the 3 Ps. Pick an industry. Pick a mentor and present the value.
I love it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Literally, it's that simple.
Hey man, you give me too much sauce. You gotta save some for your course.
You said you gotta save some for your course.
You gotta save some for your course, man. 100%. So, where can they find you? What's your IG?
Be Good Financials. That's BGOODE Financials with an S. That's everywhere. That's literally on your Instagram, your Facebook, LinkedIn. My website is Be Good Financials. I'm here for the people. That's it.
It's appreciated, man. It's needed, man, for our culture because credit isn't something that's been talked about. Like I said, I just learned credit. My credit is shot up amazingly. Being more responsible. So I know there's some more people out there who need like all the sauce that you just gave and some. And man, when that course drops, man, I'm excited for it. So the people can get it.
The course is called Skip the Line.
Skip the line.
Skip the line. I'm teaching people how to skip the line. No one likes to wait in line.
No, you're right. We are a little impatient.
100%.
Listen, y'all heard it first. Living Blessed the podcast. My brother Bernie, Be Good Financials.
Yes, sir.
Listen, you ever heard the story of another overcomer? We out. Peace.
Let's get it.